There are three words that we all need to fully understand the importance of if we want to have the kind of business, the kind of life that we're all shooting for. And those words were shared to me by our director of coaching many years ago when he said to me, Alan, make sure that firstly for yourself and certainly then for your clients, make sure you are focused, organised, and disciplined. And those were the three words that he really impressed upon me. And what that really means is as I try and ground those words in actual tangibles, what we were really saying was, if we can actually get those three things lined up, then what we've got is we've got the platform from which we can really build. So anything that we choose to discuss in our business, whether it be marketing strategy or cultural development with the team or business plan, whatever it might be that we are looking to do, if we've got a solid base from which to build, life will be much easier and quicker and better. And so if I then take that back down to practical examples, what does it mean by focus? For me, focus, I know we've just tipped into 2022, so it's January as I stand here talking to you right now. And so the thing for me around focus was around, do I and have my clients all got very clear goals for the year ahead? So in a previous video, I'll have shared with you how I actually go about goal setting, which is really kind of drawing up the shopping list, if you like, to step into the year with, so that by the time we look at the year, come December time, we look back and say, yeah, that was a pretty good visit to the year. We got out of it what we intentionally wanted to. So do we have clear, specific goals? And again, my test for that really would be, as I look down that list, and there is a template that all my clients will fill out, is do any of the points, any of the goals written down, do any of them need clarification? Do I need to go back to people and say, can you tell me a little bit more about what that's actually trying to do? Or is it really specific? And again, the actions behind good goal setting, we make them smart. Well, I certainly want to make sure that people have got specific goals that we can say, yeah, I know what you're looking for there, and I know, the date by which you would want to have that done. So 2022 goals is all about is focus. If I then take you into the organised bit, well, what do I mean by that? Organised is all about how do we organise our diaries such that we've got the best possible chance of allowing us to hit our goals. So again, if you look at Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he talks about how do we organise and execute around priorities. So the priorities are clearly the goals that we've set for ourselves, and therefore how do we arrange our time such that we say, right, what do I need to do in order to achieve the goal that I've set? So this is about the default diary. So looking into your diary, what does that actually look like? So one of the things that I'm looking for with the people I'm working with is to say, if I were to take a mystery shop into your diary, so unannounced, and I were just to plonk myself in a random week, would I be able to have a look around your diary and say, yeah, this person looks like they've got focus, they're organised, and they're disciplined? Or actually, does it just look like, well, either is it an empty space of whiteness in an Outlook calendar, for example, or, do we actually have the time scheduled to do all of the right kind of things? Because if we're not putting time in the diary to do some of the things that we know we need to do, then it'll never happen. Life will get in the way, and you just won't make progress the way you want to. So that default diary is a critical skill to learn how to master. And then, of course, we move on to the discipline part. Now, for me, the way I like to try and take that down to a tangible thing is the to-do system. So I want people to be able to demonstrate to me that they will always do what they say they're going to do. So for me, that looks like, in fact, I haven't got this, give me 1 second. How's that for poor preparation? this is my to-do system. So this book here is the only version of the truth, where all of the actions that I ever commit to doing to myself or to anyone else that I'm interacting with, they only go in there. What I see an awful lot happening is people, when they take their notes, they may be at a seminar or they're maybe in a meeting, and in their jotter where they're taking notes, there'll be the actions. Then they'll go back to their desk and they'll be kind of looking into their inbox to say, well, what other things do I have to do today? And then there might be a few post-it notes lying around the desk. There are actions everywhere, and therefore, as a consequence, people aren't necessarily doing what they promised to do. I've got no doubt about it. You'll intend to do the thing that you said you're going to do, but because there's no system, it just falls through the cracks. So for me, this would be my version of the only version of the truth. I could call this, I call it my To Achieve book, but I'm thinking about just calling it my Do What You Say You're Going to Do book. Because this comes with me everywhere. Every single action that I do goes in there, and then I know it gets done. Now, for example, on a Friday, Fridays tend to be my, what's the word I'm looking for? Freer days. Everything's pretty chaotic throughout the week in terms of coaching sessions and various things, but Friday I tend to keep a little bit lighter. And so in my diary, I know that if I've got some actions that I need kind of some thinking time around, or it's just going to take me a little bit longer, I'll tend to put that in my Friday list, and then I know there's space in my calendar to actually then get done the things I need to get done. So you'll see hopefully how these things tie up. There is a real thread that runs between the three. Focus, which is about goal setting. You then need to get your diary in good order so that you can give yourself a chance of achieving your goals. But then, of course, you need to have a to-do list system that allows you to consistently do what you say you're going to do and attend to some of the actions that the diary has then given you the space to go on and do. So there's a real link between these three things. That's why focused, organised, and disciplined are essential traits to have if you want to make good progress. So, what I would suggest that you do is assess yourself to say, what level of clarity do I have on my goals for the year? Have you got any? If you haven't, then get some. Write them down. If you have written them down and they're not tight enough, specific enough, tighten them up. Then look at your diary. What does that actually look like? So, for example, do you have all the holidays with the kids, for example? Are those blocked out in the diary already so that you don't get clashes appearing in your diary and then think, oh gosh, I've only got a week to go. We're meant to be on holiday, but I've got all of these commitments that have just fallen into my diary. That would be an example. Have a look at that and say, how organised am I? And then the last bit is just ask yourself the question, do I always do what I say I'm going to do? Or actually, do some of these actions either just get forgotten about or they fall off the list? So that would be a good way of self-coaching. And be honest with yourself, whatever you need to change, make the change. Give it a go in order to kind of get better. Also, reach out to a coach. Reach out to someone who can help you with each of these disciplines. Because once you've got them mastered, and by the way, I'm no master either. I'm getting very good at them, but I keep working at them. So I'm always happy to help people as well. So reach out to someone that can help. So there we go. Be focused, organised, and disciplined. All the best.